Hey guys, this is Mark with Tastefully Inspired, the video podcast that won't die. Today we have special guest, Barbara Viteri with Designerlebrity, and let's get going. Hey Barbara, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, it's a little earlier over here, but it's good. Everything's hanging in there. Got ready, got my hair pimped out, and got a little makeup on, and I'm rocking it.
Oh,
So it's good. It's good.
look at you! You got all dressed up for me.
I absolutely did. I absolutely did. I didn't even iron a shirt, which is weird. Karina will tell you straight up that I don't really leave my my video editing page. So it's good.
I feel special.
Hey, it's good. So hey, look. Last week we did a nice piece on you, and it did fantastic as far as the traffic goes. So I want to follow it up a little bit with the video blog, kind of talk to you a little bit about your brand and what you're all about. So fill us in.
Yeah, thanks. By the way, that was like a really big deal. I didn't even realize the kind of response it was going to get. So, thank you, by the way. In fact, after this interview, I'm going to do another interview with Huffington Post. So it really kind of got out there. It was pretty impressive. But Designerlebrity really is, I'm hoping to be like the Hollywood reporter for the interior design industry. I want to deliver exclusive scoops. I want to talk about designers in a way where we're so fascinated of a singer of a song or an actor of a movie or an author of a book. I want the public and pretty much the general media to kind of get just as interested in celebrity interior designers that way.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so let's jump right in. Okay, like I've seen a lot of your reel. I saw your reel, which I just find it's amazing. I mean, honestly, it makes this video podcast seem a little shabby, but it's amazing stuff. And I think you got a really good look to you. I think everything is kind of working for you. So what is, like, I know you're doing interviews, and I know you did a nice website revamp, and everything. Or when is that launching?
Yeah, I did. The full website, it got refreshed, like Botox, basically.
Nice,
I used Ian Quattro, I believe is on your video podcast, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he was there a couple weeks ago. Ian's a great guy.
That dude is like Neo from the Matrix, like he has all these codes going up and filtering things. And so he's really sort of getting my point across of what I want Designerlebrity to express on a website form. But then he and I were also working on this idea I had where I want my Instagram to look editorial. Because at times, whenever I'm getting an inside scoop, I can't go to the website, go on the back end and start creating the content. I'm literally doing it from my phone. So whenever I'm creating almost like an editorial on Instagram, Ian is going to help me create this plugin where it actually uploads to the website, and you would never know the difference. It's going to look seamless and just as if it was an editorial I put on my website. So that's a cool feature. We're calling it a Designerlebrity feature, of course. But yeah, we're working on it. So knock on wood, it kind of goes through.
Oh, very good, very good. Hey, we talked a little bit about it in the interview, but so who are the hot Designerlebrities right now?
Oh my God! Well, I'm always in love with Jeff Lewis. Anything Jeff Lewis does, I'm an Uber fan, but anyone that's unfiltered and can speak his mind and still have the love of the public, that's a hard balance. Exhibit A. You know what I mean? I'm attracted to. And he does great work. So he's fantastic on Bravo. Someone I'm sort of fiending over is Cheryl Eisen. She works with a lot of the Bravo celebrities, from Frederick Elfland on $1 Million Listed New York. Bethany Frankel is a client of hers. And actually, I'll give you some exclusive scoop. I am actually, Ethan Allen's going to throw a Designerlebrity bash called Meet the Creator and the Headline Makers of Designerlebrity. It's going to be on May 17th, and Cheryl Eisen is one of my Designerlebrities. The public gets to meet this person that creates all these amazing interiors on the TV shows we watch. I have Mikkel Welch, who was the set designer of Steve Harvey's show, and now he's the set designer for Harry Connick Jr.'s show in New York, a 4-time Emmy Award-winning show. And also I always have to show diversity. You'll never see a keynote speaking panel where it's all going to be beige, So I have a beautiful Latina interior designer. She's part of my Potential series, and her name is Manuela Morena. And so we have a really great panel going to talk about Designerlebrity and give you examples of the series that are on the website. And Luann is from A Well-Designed Business is going to do a live podcast of the pre-show. So it's going to be a really fun event. I wanted to give you that exclusive announcement, so to speak.
I love it. I love it. And we'll, of course, share it on our social media and all that stuff to give it a little bit more of a boost, too. I mean, that's fantastic. I mean, you're kind of everywhere right now, which I love. Okay, so let's jump right in. Like a little bit of, I want to show people just how, because the truth is, a lot of people jump into design and they start with a project, but you are kind of like old school design. You know everything. You have a little bit of like the meet and greet type stuff, but like you made your bones in design already. I mean, you have a solid background. So like, I want to ask you this question: what do you think of how design is moving right now?
Oh, it's all mainstream now. It really is, and that's why I created Designerlebrity. Like the world is like Tinseltown, like Hollywood. It's about who's who do you know, how many likes you have, what's your following base. It really has become more commercialized.
Yeah.
But I saw that happening 20 years ago. I used to work for an antique store, and a designer who was doing Madonna's house or Tony Bennett's house would come in with an entourage. And they didn't have social media, but they were shutting down stores more than the celebrity that they were designing for. Yeah. So I kind of saw this sort of, celebrity-esque environment, but it felt like throughout the years, whether it was HGTV or any other show, they would kind of mix it with real estate or mix it with cooking. They never let it stood on its own so it could become an industry where we follow it like fashion or we follow it like, movies. And so now I'm seeing that it's finally progressing to that. And we have red carpet events for designers. And we have, High Point Market where it's like seen and be seen. It's like you weren't there if you weren't on Instagram in the shot with the hashtag anything. You know what I mean? So I love and I'm excited about this time of the world of Designerlebrity. And they really are like celebrities, many of them. I remember writing posts and none of them even shared it. These are like Designerlebrities. Like Robin Wilson had a TV show and I wrote a plug for it and I did a whole big exclusive feature. She never shared it. I'm like, oh my God, that's a little like, celebrity. I love her. But it's just like, that's Tinseltown. Taylor Spellman, my girl, I adore her. I took her out to brunch to the Dutch. Probably spent $25 on eggs just to get the exclusive scoop on her new show on Bravo. Never saw her share the promotion on it. So it's like, it's similar to Tinseltown. I love her. By the way, Taylor, let me know about season 2. I really want to know if that's coming back, but I got inside scoop anyway. I'll get the scoop anyway. But yeah, that's the whole realm I see the industry going to. It is a very Hollywood-ness, Tinseltown sort of, seen and be seen type of world.
Yeah, it is interesting. I mean, with all this kind of like these new TV shows coming out, it does add a whole new kind of, vibe to everything. A lot of people, what I saw, working in the design industry is a lot of people were so convinced they were big deals because they only kind of hung around people who knew about the design world. You know what I mean? Like that was a circle. I mean, if they walked anywhere, no one would recognize them. But if they go to these events, they're treated as superstars. So it's kind of nice to see this kind of breakout a little bit. I mean, if you talk to anyone on the 8100, they'll say, "Oh, HGTV." But it's like, honestly,
I know.
Give it a break.
Well, honestly, I feel a little bit of the same way too. I don't watch HGTV for interior design. I watch Bravo. If you're going to watch a show called $1 Million Listing, you're going to see $1 million worth of decor on that show, and it all makes sense. Yeah. If you're going to watch HGTV, you're going to see write-ups from the Huffington Post to BuzzFeed to like The Onion complaining about how did a refrigerator repairman can afford a $950,000 ranch and still doesn't get everything he wanted in it. It just doesn't add up. But I love all that stuff because I'm coming in almost like a journalist. I'm not only reporting the good, the bad, and the ugly, but just the pure honesty of it. It takes a lot to vet this information. But I do feel that HGTV, they're catching on. They're in on the joke. They know. And I think that they are soon going to start, I wouldn't say being as transparent, but I would say that they definitely will get a little bit more authentic with their content and play with it a little. Otherwise, what are we going to talk about? There's, you don't want it to all be, amazing. It's kind of, I like a little ratchet in my TV.
There you go. I like it. But it is interesting. I mean, like, this new wave of designers is taking to TV a lot easier than the old school. Do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, if you
Well,
look at
everybody can.
it, but it's odd, you know what I mean? You have these kind of like people that are really amazing in design too, you know, who've been like steadfast on Margaret's list for like ever, but they just are kind of there. And then you have the new recruits or the new people coming up, and they're just grabbing TV and just running with it and just, you know, saying, "Hey, this is what it's all about." And I think honestly, you know, it has the old school a little bit on the ropes. You know, they don't know what to do, and you know, you have these people who get so much money to design, and they're looking at these newcomers, and they're looking at their Instagram, going like, "How does this person have like 300,000 people following them, and I only have like."
About that.
I mean, so the new school, I'm really digging it. You know, I'm really digging the fact that like I want to check out Amy's new 8100. I want to see that shakeup. You know, I mean, it's going to be like what's going to happen there? That for me is going to be very, very interesting.
I do. I hope, because quite honestly, with Amy's very bohemian. I'm getting that whole bohemian vibe. But when they put a Kardashian on the cover, and I think I told you about this, like I was about to say, I've made it, because you will never, ever be able to say that I didn't vet the information, that I wasn't able. I actually dare you to come for me, because I'm the one that speaks out about like that was not interior design work. Martin Lawrence Ballard should have been on the cover, and there should have been an itty bitty square of a Kardashian in the corner. But now it looked like it was all her show, like it was all her design work, it was all her mentality, and it wasn't. And I hope that Amy will start really bringing up what I call the potentials. These are designers that just either they're one-man bands, they don't have an opportunity to kind of get their work out there because they're really busy within the work. They don't have publicists, you know, tooting their horn, but that we start seeing some fresh blood, because honestly, it really is like a white show. It's whitewashed in the industry. You see these panel discussions, you see, you know, it's a bunch of white people, which is okay, but you know, there's like diversity in the industry, and there's, you know, a different generation. And I think the public knows better. You know, we're so infused in what we love that we do take the time and research it. And it's hard to bullshit us, basically, to be real. It really is getting tougher and tougher. So I'm hoping with 80, they kind of freshen it up. If not, there's definitely going to be a place on Designerlebrity that will do that.
Yeah, well, that's good. I mean, you know, 80 has always been. So, I mean, I love the magazine. Don't get me wrong, but as far as that kind of stuff, it's like you open the 8100 and you're just looking at like people who spend the ad dollars during the year, and they get thrown on this list. You know, and for me, you know, like it's okay, but I mean, it's pretty obvious to me. You know, you look at people who are like,
well, everybody gets that way, and it's also tough with like, you know, the peeps that have been around for ages, traditional homes, the house beautiful. It becomes a little regurgitated. We've seen it before. It's just done a little bit of a remix, but it's the same faces, so to speak. I think, though, that, you know, at some point in time, there is a platform, and I'm praying that it'll be mine, because I don't monetize financially in a way that people think I'm supposed to monetize off of it. For me, whenever I give a scoop, it's coming from a place of not being paid to play. It really is to be earning the capital on social media. I am looking for the followers and the likes. I'm being real with you, because that's really where the monetization comes in. But I don't want it to be tainted where it's like there was a designer who paid me to be on the cover of something. Yeah. And that's something I'm supposed to shell out. I'm not a Kardashian. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go that route. So my hope is that even with the other publications that are out there are series like The Potential that I have on Designerlebrity.com that shows off someone completely fresh, something completely new. But honestly, that is what Designerlebrity is supposed to give to the public. You know, I want to deliver fresh, new content, not just on the website form, but when I had my talk show with the Design Network, I was the first woman in the interior design industry to produce, host, create. Heck, I was running the craft table to deliver a talk show that was like Chelsea Handler-ish, you know, to talk to designers and break them down and get them a little bit more realer and admit that they curse or like to drink, or clients drove them insane, or they absolutely love making up words for things to describe stuff. What we consider vintage really is garbage, but they have a way of changing it. Like, I like this side of the interior design, and there's a platform for that.
Yeah, I mean, all you really need to do is take a camera, go to Mandalay Bay after the HD Expo and hit the bar scene, and you'll be able to get as real as they get down there. So it's interesting. I mean, It's
Well,
fun.
right now, like again, if I dip my toe back into TV, my wheels are always spinning on how I would produce such a thing. I think I was meant to be an executive producer. I really do, because I have ideas for shows and I have ideas about who would fit what. And I love that Design Network. A while ago, they reached out to me. They had a show called SmackDown. Really, it was an interesting concept, but I think for me, someone who came from the hood, if you guys don't know my story, I came from Marcy Projects. Jay-Z was my neighbor, like hood, like ghetto. The word smack meant drugs, meant heroin.
Mhm.
So already in my mind, I was like, I'm not digging the title. But across the board, SmackDown is like a wrestling term, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
So I kept thinking, wait, right? That's what I was thinking. I was like, what's some respecting celebrity designer is going to want to be on a show called SmackDown and kind of, go at it with like an East Coast, West Coast thing. So I love Jason from the Design Network giving me the honor of saying, I think you'd be great to host this show. But at the same time, I appreciate it when I told him my honest opinion. I'm like, this is going to be good for someone, just not for me. And Tom Felicia wound up hosting, which was great. It was perfect. But at some point, this is what I'm saying, the public needs to know about how real this industry can be and how authentic you can be and still enjoy it and love it and gravitate it. And it's only interior design. We didn't dab in real estate. We didn't throw in, a cooking show or a fashion segment. It is pure interior design.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what I love about your brand, and what I always tell people in a marketing, because marketing is kind of what I do. But I always tell people, stay in your niche, steady the course, because when you start going in different directions, you really don't. You're not able to focus on really what your core is all about. Do you know what I mean? And like I see it with designers all the time. They're doing this, they're doing that, but their core business hurts because it's not done the way it should be. So it's interesting.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I do think, at some point in time, Designerlebrity, like the Skinny Girl brand, you know what I mean? She has her cocktails, she has her popcorn, she has all these little branches. I'm hoping to build it as a brand where it can branch out into different things, whether I'm doing television, podcasting, writing, TV segments. That is what I'm really trying to branch out. Just this weekend, actually, my apologies, next weekend, I'm going to do a morning talk show to like rave about some of my favorite products I know Designerlebrities love to shop. And it's called Shop Like a Designerlebrity. It's adding that glitz and glam to someone's home, but I don't have to throw in another element of an industry to sell that. Do you see what I mean? So it's finally coming across that I can represent the interior design industry, keep it in that focus and that niche, and still there's appreciation because people can see how tangible that is. They can go right to the store and shop just like a Designerlebrity, not like, this is how you DIY. I don't know anybody who DIYs anymore. I mean, if you make your own flower arrangements, great, but my ass ain't taking a glue gun out and creating picture frames. I'm not that girl. You know what I mean? Let's start getting up with the date a little bit,
I like it. Hey, check this out. I got a $1 million idea for you that I thought about last Friday. I was going to text you, but I thought, why not just tell you right now?
Oh, this is smart. So our attorneys can see you had the idea first.
Exactly. No. This is all yours. And I'm saying this online. I'm giving this idea 100% free to Barbara.
All right, let me take a sip.
Go to Wikipedia and actually put Designerlebrity in their thesaurus as a word created and invented by you. Create that.
Oh, so it's not just enough to trademark it. I have to kind of create the culture about it.
No, create that and put a definition of what it is in Wikipedia. So when people do search for it, they're going to see it and it'll be a word. It can be added to probably eventually to Word, to thesauruses everywhere, but it'll be your word that you actually created, defined, and it'll have your name associated with it forever. There you go.
I like that. I always thought it belonged in the Urban Dictionary. So
why not? I mean, it totally works. I mean, why not? It is free to do. Just write it up. All you got to do is create your awesome definition for it. Use it as a noun. Use it as a verb, and all this kind of stuff. And just set it up, and there you go. And with amazing SEO, because people will be searching for this and seeing this actually a word. And so it kind of gives
I love that. You know what's going to happen though, Mark? Now that you said this, I'm going to go online and someone just created it and just probably announced me as the pain in the butt in the industry. That's what Designerlebrity is. I'm relentless. No, I love that idea. I do. It's funny because Designerlebrity, it's so fresh and new. I trademarked the name in 2014 when I got the talk show. But it's funny, within the industry, I know people know of it. Right now, it's just, I felt that it belonged to be public. So yeah, I think it's about time I get Wikipedia'd, if that's a word.
And it's not really that it's not really, how can I say this? It's not really that you own the word, but it's that you establish the meaning of it. So that going forward, it can be added like just a normal word to various kind of like the sources. Like, people will be typing in Word and, all of a sudden your new word will pop up. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of a good way of marketing stuff. If you have a word, a term, whatever, set it up and it's kind of rocking. And that's cool. I think so.
Thank you.
So what's next for you? I mean, you have a ton of stuff going on, but when's the next time people can actually connect with you, come up and ask you a little bit about your stuff?
Yeah, well, funny enough, right after this, I'm going to do my interview with the Huffington Post. And then I think the next big event where you could physically come and see me if you're in New York is going to be at Ethan Allen at their Flatiron District. And that's on May 17th at 6:30 in the evening. It's going to be a really fun live show. That's the best way to describe it, because I'm like a razzle-dazzle kind of girl. Okay. I don't want to just have stools and a microphone. I really like to put on a bit of a show. But that would probably be the best way. And there'll be more information coming up in the next week or so. It is a little bit early, but thank you, though, for letting me get out the plug.
No problem at all. And do you want to put out a website, put out anything else right now? This is your moment on Tastefully Inspired, so go for it.
Yes, I do. So I would love interior designers to think of Designerlebrity to be the home for all of your announcements. Just like you would think of Hollywood Reporter to get the scoop if a movie got greenlit, or if there's a second season coming back to a show, please think of Designerlebrity as your source to announce that, and you can go to designerlebrity.com. Awesome,
Barbara. Thank you very much for coming on board this Friday. Hopefully you have a beautiful weekend. And as always, you'll probably get a text from me next week, and we'll touch base. I love it. Thank you again for coming on board.
Thanks, Mark. I appreciate it.